Bitcoin is right now consolidating for the next major leg here, potentially to the upside that we will see here in the next coming hours. If you want to know what I'm talking about and what exact pattern is shaping up right now, then don't miss out on this and let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this Thursday. I almost forgot that tomorrow is already Eastern, or the start of Eastern. Completely forgot about that. So regardless of that, yesterday we had Jerome Powell giving a speech about the status of inflation and where he thinks where we are going and what's going. Also, what he talked about crypto. But then Donald Trump posted this here on Truth Social and said, the European Central Bank is expected to cut interest rates for the 7th time, and yet too late. Jerome Powell of the Federal Reserve, who is always too late and wrong, yesterday issued a report which was another and typical complete mess. Oil prices are down, groceries, even eggs are down, and the USA is getting rich on tariffs. Too late, should have lowered interest rates like the ECB long ago, but he should certainly lower them now. Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. So now I'm wondering, will he find a way to kick him out of the Fed and replace him with somebody that will right now straight away cut interest rates? Because that's what Donald Trump wants. And once he will achieve that, regardless if it will be with Powell or somebody else, of course he needs to find a loophole to get rid of Jerome Powell before next year. But if he finds one, or Powell lowers the rates, crypto will explode like crazy, guys. I can tell you that. Regardless of what's happening now, in the short term, we get an interest rate cut, you're going to see a massive pump. And based on what Powell already said yesterday, the DXY, as you can see here, was continuing to falling down. And only today, we're coming up here with a small bounce to like 99.3 points. So, but we are still below 100 points and consolidating in that bear flag formation here, or that symmetrical triangle, which is bearish biased and should continue to break it to the downside. That might coincide. No, actually, that should happen before. So, but it could. It's still a little bit too early because this could extend well into the FOMC meeting in the first week of May, and then we get here a really nice move to the downside. So when we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily chart, I wanted to show you today something else. What we can clearly see here is that Bitcoin has broken these two downward sloping trend lines, but at the same time, we're getting squeezed between two moving averages, the 50 and the 20 moving average. That is the current trading range that Bitcoin is trapped in. Once we're getting out of that to the upside, you will see that we will get here also a bullish crossover between these two indicators. At this, then the next thing that's going to happen is that Bitcoin will shoot up to around $100,000. This is, of course, all long-term right now. Create another higher high on a local structure, create a higher low on a local structure, and then we'll break the overall bearish structure that we are in. All here, these resistance points that we had here in the past, and created this downwards trend that Bitcoin was trapped in. So we have here the first early signs already that Bitcoin is trying now to come here to the upside to attempt a break of structure. But of course, that again, this will not happen tomorrow. We need a catalyst for that. And the catalyst, in my opinion, will be the FOMC meeting, which is only 20 days right now away, 20 days. Yeah, 20 days away. That could lead to that break of structure attempt where Bitcoin will be trading around $100,000. Now, when we go into the 12-hourly chart, so here you see the bull flag formation that's currently shaping up. That's the pattern I'm talking about. That would be the pole. And once we're breaking above the downward sloping resistance of the bull flag pattern, you see here we're getting really close already to the breakout structure point, which is at $95,000. That is the technical target of that bull flag that is currently shaping up here. And the indicators are also leaning to the same direction here, with the stochastic RSI turning slightly around, exactly as I mentioned yesterday. Go back, watch the video yesterday where I said this is most likely going to happen next, where we get here a turnaround on a stochastic RSI. The RSI also pointing to the upside is here in slightly bullish territory, and also the MACD looks like it will bounce here back to the upside for continuation. We're also still above the EMA ribbon. The lower end of the EMA ribbon, which is the leading part, the yellow string, is here breaking into the other strings. Once we're coming up on top with the yellow string, we have completely flipped then the EMA ribbon back into an uptrend, and that should also happen around the time when Bitcoin is trading around $89,000. So once we see a Bitcoin around $89,000, I expect that the yellow string is on top again and that we have a new established uptrend. At the same time, that will only happen when we are breaking here this upward sloping, again, currently resistance line, which is sitting at $85,255. So we are not that far away. It's a $900 move to get above that. Bitcoin could do that literally today at any moment. But let's see how this is going to play out, because at the same time we would break the bull flag. And for the bull flag, I will be honest, it's a little bit too early to get a breakout here. I'm not expecting a break before, tomorrow or Saturday. That is where I see the bull flag breaking to the upside. So just maybe set an alarm. If you want to trade that, the entry would be around, like I said, $85,255. And you want at least a 1 hourly close above that level before you enter this. And then trade this into the technical target all the way up here. This is a $10,000 move. That's like a 13% move to the upside. Let me give you here trade setup. So that would be kind of like the setup that I would be using. Okay, 11%, a little bit higher. Yeah, 11% with a 3% stop loss. That's absolutely fine, guys, to have a trade like that. So just wait for that bull flag to break out it into higher levels. Then on the MDX Algo Scalp Gradients, here we are forming on the 4 hourly chart a bullish pennant, which is basically the same. And here again, around Saturday, Sunday, based on the 4 hourly chart, the breakout should be happening. So it could extend into Saturday, early Sunday, based on the 4 hourly chart. But you can also see here the candles are starting to heat up again. We have here darker purple-ish candle currently. And when you look back here, we got here a darkish purple candle, and then it started to move here to the upside. So here the next imminent move, once we are breaking out of that pennant, would be first into that resistance here again, $89,000 approximately. I would expect from here a small retracement, but then a proper break, and then we go into the 90,000s. I have, for that reason, still my Bitcoin trade open that I showed you guys yesterday here on ZoomX. I'm up $130 right now. It's not a crazy amount, but still I'm up on a trade. I will leave that open until $89,255. I have now explained why that level is so important, and at around that time I'm gonna take some profit off the table, see what's happening, reassess the situation, maybe put then all the money back that I took out, or I take also the rest out and wait for a better entry. So, but that is something that I only decide once we are getting there. Something that you should be aware of on ZoomX, guys, there is a lucky draw going on every single day. You only need to trade a little bit to get one of the tickets so that you can win here $1,000, one Bitcoin, $500, one Ethereum, or tickets to Monaco to the F1. Monaco or Miami, guys, make use of that, because you don't pay anything if you win a ticket to Monaco or Miami for the F1. Everything is paid. Business class flight tickets, paddock tickets. The whole trip is worth at least over $20,000 that you get absolutely for free. The only thing that you need to do is use the link in a pinned comment and the description to sign up on ZoomX. Trade a little bit and the more you trade, the more lucky draw entries you get, and you can every single day you can spin here again and win here something. So you win definitely something, guys. This is a guarantee, you know. So when you spin, you win something. There's no field that says you will get nothing. You know, you will always win something. The only thing that you need to do to get more of these spins is that you trade a little bit, and you have still 19 days time to do that before this is expiring. So, but I actually want to refresh that because I think it's less. 13 days, sorry, 13 days. 13 days to take advantage of that. Again, there's a link in the pinned comment below and in the description if you want to do that. When we go into this 4-hourly chart, also here, you can clearly see that we are still in that resistance area here. When I look at the price action and see the price action here consolidating to the downside, then this is for me a clear sign that a break to the upside is here definitely brewing right now. And we only need to be a little bit more patient, guys. Just a little bit more patient because the triple bottom was confirmed. And that means that prices will rise here in the short term back above $90,000. When we're looking at the high leverage liquidity that's in the market, then also here, you can first of all see that we're getting really close to our golden cross here now, which should be happening latest by tomorrow. And once we're getting that golden cross, I expect at least to move above $86,000 because that is right now a powerful move. We had here multiple fake outs. So this here was, I would consider that a fake out because it lasted not really long. Then here, a fake out. This lasted not really long. But this time, this will be a lasting one. This will, yeah, so one did this stop here the last time. So that is now 2 months. So yeah, 2-3 months lasting golden cross in my opinion, where price will just keep going up and up and up. So I cannot tell you over the next 3 months where Bitcoin will be while we are going up. The only thing that I can tell you for certain, it will be for sure around $100,000. And higher than that, that's something that we need to talk about when we get closer there. So, but in terms of high leverage liquidity, an imminent move here to $85,300 to $86,200 is definitely in the cards, coinciding with the golden cross coming up, but also one last shakeout into $82,700 would be not surprising to me, to just wipe out quick all the over leveraged long positions that I anticipate right now and then send it to the upside. What I'm not seeing is coming up here with the golden cross and then coming back down, then continuation. I don't think that this is going to happen. The high leverage liquidity down here will be remain untapped in my opinion. Once we're getting closer to $100,000, I think that these guys will start closing their trades that they have currently running. When we're looking then at the liquidation levels, then also here you can see an imminent move and squeeze to $86,700 is definitely here something that we need to keep an eye on for a short squeeze. If we are able to break that level, then the next stop is again $89,000 with the biggest concentration of short positions here with like $177 million worth of short positions, and also here $164 million worth of short positions, which is totaling up from the current price action to around $600 to $800 million worth of short positions that are sitting above us. I will not ignore the fact that we have, of course, also liquidity here sitting below us. But again, do you really think that we are coming here back to $80,000 anytime soon? I'm not seeing that actually happening for us. When we're looking at the dominance, so the dominance tried to break out to the upside from that rising wedge pattern and failed. So we got here 2 attempts and both have failed, which is good. Now we have here a candle pushing to the downside, which is giving some relief to altcoins. I saw some altcoins moving today. I'm going to get into that in a moment, the ones that I saw. And again, if we push here now a little bit lower over the next couple of days and break finally below the rising wedge pattern for good, then at some point we're going to get here a really, really nice juicy candle to the downside. Something what we have seen over here. But again, that is not super healthy. I want in between some consolidation and then continuation to the downside, and not just here basically the stairs kicking us to the downside. The total free market cap has broken here also above that small falling wedge pattern that we are forming with today's candle. So if we can close today even at the levels where we are and where we're at, we should get here an attempt of $781 billion to be tested. If we break that, then $834 billion is in the cards. And again, that will lead to major moves in altcoins here in the next coming days, especially after the Easter weekend, in my opinion. All altcoin trades that I'm doing, guys, are still happening on Bybit. So definitely sign up on Bybit, get $30,000 worth of bonuses. And I have, again, my Bybit card not on me. Or I can actually show it to you on my phone, because I have it always on my phone, guys. So here, well, there you can see Bybit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever. I use my Bybit card for everything on my phone. I pay literally everything with my Bybit card. I just booked flights today and Airbnb and hotels and everything with my Bybit card, guys. So you should definitely get one. Use the link in the pin comment below in the description. Plus 10% cashback on everything what you buy with the card. So now imagine I booked flights and everything. I got 10% back, you know. So that is just amazing with that card. There is a link in the pin comment and the description below for that. So make use of that. Now, Ethereum, here on the 4-hourly chart, we have an ascending triangle setup that we are currently consolidating in, stochastic pointing to the upside, MACD about to flip bullish, RSI going sideways because we are consolidating, so I'm not really surprised about that. That consolidation phase most likely ends between Saturday and Tuesday, where we should get a break to the upside. So the technical target of that pattern, $1,917. There is some major resistance, so that is a good sign, because there's that means we have confluence here for a move up into that level. So here with that trading setup, I would definitely take some profit off the table, because that is that alone is like a 15% move from that break or something. Yeah, exactly 15%. So I would definitely take here half the money off the table when we're reaching that. Raise the stop loss to $1,775 and then trade this into the final target, guys. So that is how I would play that. Then Solana, I told you guys yesterday that we had here a falling wedge pattern. That falling wedge pattern started to break out. There was your entry at $128. You would be slightly up now on that trade with 3.4%, but you might get another chance to enter here. But afterwards, I don't see us coming back. So we most likely going straight to $140 or higher than that. For now, if you're not in a trade yet, wait till we come back here, and then you can take the same trade. So it's a small trade. So I would do that. Yeah, that would be my trade kind of thing. Yeah, so here 13% to the upside, $246, and a stop loss of 2%, and the entry at 128. Yeah, let it be at $129, so entry at $129. So the other altcoins that I had a look at today was once again Link. Link is still fighting here with that resistance zone, but we are getting closer to this downward sloping trend line. And once we're breaking that, I expect a big candle moving back here to like $15, $16, potentially even all the way up to $17.19, which is the 200 moving average. Because here you can see also slightly we are turning around with the 50 to get here also a golden cross. But this will, still take time, so that is like a month away potentially. But it is a good entry right now to build a position, so you can start building a position. If you want to be safe, wait for this downward sloping trend line to be broken, and use that then as your signal to get into Link and start building a long position here. Then for Coti, the same thing. You want to wait for the downward sloping trend line to be broken, even though we are forming here a distorted W pattern. So look at this here. So here, that is your distorted W pattern with a price target of 11 cents point 2. So again, you want to wait for that break. Once we are having that break, most likely happen here somewhere, you're looking at a 66% move to the upside with a 16% stop loss, which is okay, So that is of course also swing trade. But these are the trades I'm looking at. I want to have juicy, yummy, high profitable trades right now with big percentages and not scalp every day. So I rather have here positions where I can just relax and let them run and only look every couple of days on them. Then the other one is Render. Render is breaking here to the upside with a broadening falling wedge currently. So and here is so much more momentum in Render right now, but it's also because there were some new NVIDIA announcements, and you can see we are trying right now again to break above the downward sloping trend line. So once we're breaking above that, that will be a good entry signal to $4.32 with a stop loss at this candle here. So at $3.81 would be my stop loss, and take profit at $4.32. This can literally happen in the next couple of days to break here and reach the target, because the MACD is already turning around, the stochastic is here already bullish, and the RSI is going sideways because we are at a resistance currently here. Once again, once the resistance is broken, the RSI will turn up, but not to forget we are here already bullish on the RSI, so that means also usually continuation into higher prices. And guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow I cannot promise that I will be there, but I will try everything to be here, but I cannot promise it, because I will be traveling, and I will be most likely not here in this place for quite some time, but you're gonna see me soon in an amazing other place. Until then, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you with more money, maybe tomorrow.